Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the first video for Tuesday Night Gamer. Fitting we start the first video with a demo of a game, as this is a little bit of a demo of a recording. Testing out the rig, making sure everything works okay. Leave in the comments if there's problems with audio or anything that probably needs to be leveled or adjusted, but we'll get better as we go along. So, starting with the NHL demo is fitting for me. I'm a huge hockey fan. I love the game. The video game. And a little disappointed early on to hear that the early reviews and feedback for the NHL series for the new consoles is a little bit of a letdown. Appears to be missing quite a few features from the previous years, which isn't completely unusual on new consoles for game releases like this, for sports franchises, but there's some pretty glaring omissions. That said, we'll hop right in here, take a quick look at the game, see what's going on, and maybe later this week, once I actually get my official copy of the game, we will take a little bit of a deeper look at the game. But we'll start with the home, California home LA Kings here. Get a little break in here. A lot of new features this year. Obviously, new consoles brings new engines, better graphics, better physics, etc., etc. But first thing you'll notice off the bat here as we kick in is there is some new features from the presentation angle via NBC Sports, ditching the old standby commentary that has been around for several years. So I will kind of let you take a look at that, and then we'll get the game going.
When the NHL expanded from 6 teams to 12, it brought the entry of a team from Southern California that has won a title and won scores of fans, the Los Angeles Kings. Hi, everybody. Along with Eddie Olczyk, Mike Emmerich. What a thrilling atmosphere behind us. It's the teams, it's their past history.
So right off the bat, you notice live commentary via a green screen that you're getting from two of the main broadcasters for the NBC Sports franchise for the NHL. Real big win, I think, compared to some of the other sports franchises this year that are doing CGI. Well, I don't know if I even call them CGI, they're so bad. Presentation at the beginning of the games. I like it a lot. I think it adds a lot to the game. Don't know long term how much it'll impact things, as you'll probably end up skipping past it most of the time when you're actually playing the game. But it's a little bit of nice flavor, something new, adds a little shine. Other big differences, like I said, the graphics, huge changeover, upgrade over the last few years. I like the presentation. That said, I don't think it's anywhere close to what they can reach eventually. The game has got a lot of criticism early because of the missing features, but the gameplay seems to be pretty well received. Controls very well. Wouldn't call it realistic by any means, but it's a very fun game to play.
Changed the way the game's been played. Shifts used to be a minute long. Now 30 to 40 seconds is absolute max because the game is
when you're
at such high energy.
Looking year to year with sports franchises, there's such little change year to year. It's important that at least the gameplay starts with a very sound presentation from EA here. Like I said, the missing features in like the season mode and the GM mode that they're hurting them early on this year bothers me a little bit, but the gameplay is solid, and I don't know, it's a little bit of past the EA, but they can catch up in the future with a little bit of little work. So we'll play through a little bit of the first period here. Maybe play the whole game. Haven't decided yet. We'll see what goes on here, how badly I'm losing. Maybe a little easier to score goals this year than last year. I don't know if it's a result of the physics or just intentional gameplay changes. But
still knotted at zeros.
Plays very solid. I don't feel like I'm being cheated by the AI or anything. Both defensively and offensively, the AI seems slightly improved in terms of positioning, reading what you want to do. Kind of, when you're setting up to make a pass, players are where you would want them to be more often than not. And when I get lazy, as you'll probably see here, it's very easy to get beat by the offensive AI for the opposing team. They are very quick to exploit your mistakes.
Neutral zone pickup here by Nash. Terrific glove save.
But
20 minutes have
not a great period there for me, but it's hard to talk and play at the same time, and it feels largely new.
A big save late has kept this game close. Back with more in just a moment.
As I said, back with more in just a second here. The crowd looks fantastic in this game if you can't see it from these shots. I mean, there's lots of duplicate actions and whatnot going in the background, just like any normal year. But in general, they really have nailed the stadiums, the fans, the crowds, the atmosphere, the energy. You know, in-game presentation seems very solid.
And he motors on through the neutral zone.
And if I can manage to score a goal here, you will hear the goal horns, which
Outletted to Zuccarello.
are some of the best they've ever had in this series.
Terrific save on, it's loose.
And now you can see how bad I am at this game. Dump that in here.
To San Luis. Outlet up the middle to Stepan. Heads along the boards. Slid to San Luis. Blue line control.
So again, this is just a little bit of a demo video, testing out the features that we have with our equipment and what can happen. So a typical video from us will actually have 2 or more people with it. Again, it's a little hard to talk and play at the same time. So my words are not going to be that enlightening, nor is the gameplay going to be that impressive.
Grabbed by Voinov.
But yeah, the new commentary team of Doc Emmerich makes a huge difference. He's very well respected in the league. Oh man, I should have had that. It's a good change. I like Bill Clement and Gary Thorne, the previous casters for the last, I don't know how many, 10 years. But it was time for a change. Adding Ray Ferraro in, a little bit of flavor here. But seems like the transitions are a little slow. There's a little bit of stuttering. Something could have been improved there. I'm not sure what's causing that, but I'd be curious to know if that's any better in the full game or on the PlayStation 4, if that changes at all.
Okay, so he's got it on his stick. What'll he do next? Almost like a cement wall that time, and that puck is not going where he wanted it to. 40 minutes played, 20 minutes to go. Nothing to save it for now. This is the guy who has kept his team in it with a remarkable save. We had to break.
So a little quick in and out with the transitions there. Previous years you'd see quite a bit of replay action at the end of a period. I've seen online that it's a little bit of I guess a shortcoming of the system. At least the excuse that's being made is that they just couldn't manage to get to record more than that one little replay every period. Haven't really looked too much into it, but I guess the replay system in general in the game is pretty poor. Not that I ever find myself going to look back at goals all that often, but I guess there's quite a bit of a shortcoming there.
Grab, great chance ahead. Perfect centering pass. Drives to the net, great stick save.
I'd like to score one goal here. Oh.
I hope so, Doc, but he's going to have to answer to somebody.
Oh, why not? So I'll take a look at the fights while we're at it, since I apparently cheap shot at a player. Pretty basic stuff here. Use the right analog stick to throw punches and to dodge. Never been particularly good at fighting in these games, but doesn't make or break it for me either.
A big roundhouse and the decision.
Nobody in the building, including him, saw it ending like that. The Kings are up on their feet, banging the boards. I don't know that the building...
Close up in the crowd, you notice there's quite a bit of duplicate faces. Hadn't really caught that before. Don't really notice it so much when you're playing the game. You know, when you're zoomed out, you don't see that, but lots of very bald people.
Game still waiting for its first goal. Nice face-off work. Controlled through the middle. Gains the blue line. He drives to the net. Big hit. Possession. Goal.
Taking a shot earlier there, but got greedy.
Man, we've got an injury out there, but the guy's hanging in there. Got on by with that one.
Didn't get too caught there.
Neutral zone carry.
Ah,
By Rick Nash.
sloppy pass.
Right up the side. Gets on by. Pass cut, strong play.
Thank you, Mr. Dowdy.
Rock to the glass. Time winding down. Will we need extra?
See if I can jinx myself here. I haven't had any games go to overtime yet.
Oh, great cut.
I've probably played 5 or 6 games so far.
Right down the middle under the scoreboard.
Very different in terms of scores for each game. It's not like one. They're all not all 1-0 games. This is actually kind of unusual. I've actually had a couple end in that 6-7 goals per team range, which I attribute more to my own sloppy play than anything else.
Offensive zone pickup by Williams.
So I guess we'll get a little bonus video here unless New York scores here on the rush.
Center ice from right wing. Sauced to Stoll. Hammers one. Save.
So bonus video for bonus time for hockey.
All this hockey played tonight.
Well, I guess we don't get overtime. We go straight to a shootout.
Score!
So the shootout was a bit of a controversy when the NHL added it a couple lockouts ago. I don't mind it. I think it's a good resolution to end a game if you're a fan, if you're in the stands. It's fun to have a winner. I get a little bit of a thrill out of it, I guess.
Position number 1. Score!
So we'll get to see the goal horn after all, even though I didn't really score a goal in the game. Didn't use one there, but there's also the usual custom celebrations after the game. You press the corresponding button and they do a certain action.
How good are these hands? He saved the goal, and he saved his team. Richards, a chance to
See if I
give
can
his
score
team
here to
the
end the
lead.
game.
Score!
And one of the problems I've always had with the celebration button is that it does just what it did there. It skipped the celebration and the replay because I don't know why. But it happens.
They just had the guys that could put it in. They have the guys that have the nifty hands around the net. And
So, well, thank you for joining us for the first demo video here. Again, not what you're going to get the normal usual fare, more just a test of the equipment and to see how things run. We hope you come back to the channel. We'll be adding a lot of content over the next month or so. We have lots of really great things planned. We also have a website which will be in the description below, so feel free to hit us up there. And we'll hope to see more of you.